Academic pressure simmered beneath the surface of Westfield High, where ambition and desire intertwined in unexpected ways. Jamie Matthews stood at the crossroads of her future, clutching a farewell gift for Miss Cohen, a mentor who had been her academic lighthouse. The retiring teacher's warm smile and encouraging words echoed in Jamie's mind, promising her that hard work could unlock any college door. As one chapter closed, another began with the arrival of Miss Matson, a newcomer whose intentions would soon blur the lines between professional guidance and personal interest. Her first day was calculated, a test designed to set the tone, followed by strategic interactions with specific students. Danny Rodriguez caught her eye, a baseball player balancing athletic dreams with academic responsibilities. Their after-school conversation started innocently enough, grades, baseball eligibility, but something shifted when Matson probed deeper, asking about his personal life. She learned about Jamie, the girlfriend Danny spoke of with a mix of admiration and complicated emotions. Matson's curiosity seemed to extend beyond mere academic concern. Extra help became her subtle invitation. Thursdays, after school, she suggested, a time conveniently carved out just for him. Danny hesitated, mentioning his upcoming anniversary weekend with Jamie. Undeterred, Matson requested his phone number, framing it as academic support but hinting at something more intricate. Meanwhile, Jamie's world revolved around a different kind of pressure. A disappointing C grade threatened her meticulously planned path to college. Scholarships weren't just an opportunity, they were her lifeline, a potential escape from her family's financial constraints. Unlike Danny, whose education was a given, Jamie's future hung by the thinnest of academic threads. Their argument revealed the stark contrast in their perspectives. Danny saw grades as just numbers. Jamie saw them as her ticket to a better life. The tension between personal connection and individual ambition created a complex landscape of choices, desires, and potential consequences. The weight of disappointment hung heavy that evening. An anniversary gift, carefully selected by Danny, now felt like a hollow gesture. The baseball team's recent loss compounded his frustration, creating a perfect storm of emotional turbulence that would reshape everything. Seeking solace, Danny found himself in an unexpected setting, a dimly lit bar with Miss Matson. Her presence was both comforting and complicated. Each sip of beer seemed to loosen his inhibitions, revealing deeper vulnerabilities. Matson listened intently, her encouragement feeling more like a calculated invitation than casual support. The next day's academic landscape grew increasingly complex. Jamie's continued struggle with her grades transformed her initial determination into mounting suspicion. Another C, despite meticulously following Matson's advice, felt like more than just a coincidence. Whispered conversations with her friend fueled her growing unease, pushing her toward confrontation. A fleeting moment of observation changed everything. Jamie caught a glimpse of Danny and Matson engaged in an intimate conversation, their body language suggesting something beyond a typical student-teacher interaction. The pieces were slowly, uncomfortably falling into place. Matson's approach with Danny was masterful. She understood precisely how to navigate his vulnerabilities. His fears about potentially losing his baseball position, the pressure of parental expectations, the dream of Stanford, she absorbed every detail, offering precisely the empathy he craved. In return, she shared fragments of her own fractured history, lost biological parents, a foster mother's tragic end involving an insulin overdose. The emotional landscape shifted dramatically when Danny confronted Matson about Jamie's grades. Her response was calculated, redirecting, questioning, manipulating. A sudden, unexpected kiss sealed their unspoken understanding, a moment of raw passion that would change everything. And then, the moment of revelation. Jamie, standing outside, witnessed everything: the shock, the betrayal, the sudden shattering of trust, all captured in a single devastating moment of recognition. Desperation painted the landscape of their broken trust. Danny, consumed by an urgent need to explain, chased after Jamie, her silhouette a blur of hurt and betrayal. Matson's voice faded into background noise as he tried to bridge the chasm of her wounded emotions. The confrontation was raw, unfiltered. Tears threatened to break free from Jamie's eyes, her voice trembling with a cocktail of anger and disbelief. Danny's attempts at explanation felt like whispers against the thunderous betrayal she'd witnessed. A fragile promise to address the situation hung between them, a desperate attempt to salvage something from the wreckage of their relationship. Morning brought a calculated move from Matson, an apology wrapped in academic manipulation, changing Jamie's grade from a C to an A. But Jamie's sarcasm cut through the gesture like a knife, revealing the deeper wound that no grade could heal. The academic facade crumbled, exposing the true nature of their complicated relationship. Matson's next move was strategic, a carefully crafted narrative to the principal, painting Jamie as aggressive, positioning herself as the victim. The manipulation continued, a chess game where Jamie was an unwitting pawn. In the school parking lot, a moment of desperate hope, Danny reassured Jamie of his intention to end things with Matson, offering a glimmer of potential redemption. Their conversation was a delicate dance of trust and betrayal. The park meeting became a turning point. Danny's resolve was unbreakable. He confronted Matson, rejecting her advances and condemning her treatment of Jamie. Matson's carefully constructed world began to crumble, desperation replacing her calculated composure. What followed was a descent into darkness, a moment of reckless action that would change everything forever. Matson's car became an instrument of destruction, Danny's body hidden, evidence carefully planted, Jamie's car becoming an unwitting canvas of a horrific crime. The next morning, reality crashed through. A teenage body discovered in the park, unanswered phone calls, a police summons that would shatter Jamie's world completely. The police station became a pressure cooker of raw emotions. Danny's parents, grief transformed into rage, directed their pain squarely at Jamie. Their accusations hung in the air like razor-sharp daggers until the officers intervened, creating a fragile barrier of professional calm. Jamie's testimony emerged carefully, each word chosen with precision. She explained Danny's intended visit, his plan to end things with Matson, a detail that unexpectedly surprised the investigators. The questioning shifted, probing the murky waters of the teacher-student relationship, seeking evidence of something more sinister beneath the surface. Matson's denial was a masterpiece of calculated performance. She painted Jamie as an unstable accuser, suggesting recent behavioral changes that might discredit any claims. Her alibi, a conveniently mundane movie theater visit, seemed almost too perfect. The investigation took a dramatic turn when police discovered blood on Jamie's car. The moment crystallized in shock and confusion. Jamie's bewilderment genuine, her world collapsing around her. An arrest followed, transforming her from a potential witness to a primary suspect. Behind the scenes, Jamie's mother became an unexpected detective. Her vigilant eye tracked Matson's movements, sensing something fundamentally wrong. Wow. Jamie's release brought a renewed sense of purpose. No longer a passive victim, she transformed into a strategic hunter. A carefully planned confrontation at Matson's house became her weapon of justice. The climax erupted with explosive tension, a hidden recorder, Matson's furious realization, a swing intended to silence Jamie, but fate intervened. A detective's timely intervention stopped the attack, arresting Matson in a moment of dramatic revelation. The final twist exposed Matson's darker history. This wasn't her first transgression, a trail of hidden incidents across different locations, carefully concealed until now. As if the universe sought to balance the scales, Jamie received her ultimate reward, an acceptance letter from White Andale University, a triumph emerging from the ashes of a nightmare.